So anyway, we're back. We're playing GTA again because I fucking love it. I can't stop. Rather than playing on our boy Frank, we're gonna switch it up. Today, we become cops. Officer Billy Club. It's time. I mean, Frank's driving. Look at this. 110 in the bank. Just chilling. Ah. But Billy, on the other hand, I mean, he just started. He got nothing going on. But, alright. I think we're ready because it's after 6 p.m. Eastern Time. These servers reset. That's what time training's supposed to be. We're in. Alright. I'm ready for any type of training. Look at this. I got Crocs. I got short shorts. I'm ready. Never been more ready.
Oh, hi. Remember me? What the hell do you think you're
Alright,
doing?
just waiting for the chief.
What? For real? I don't fucking believe this.
Alright, so it's Billy's first, like literally first day in the city. My first day in the city as Billy. We applied and were accepted to the police, so we don't have to deal with that, but we have to go through all training. All of it. My understanding is there's 2 sessions, maybe one long one, I don't know. First one we gotta go through like codes and some other stuff. Then we do like more field type training. Guy's just going in, huh? I never want to be the first guy in anywhere. Too much anxiety. We'll make friends though. Hey, how's it going? You here for training?
Yep.
Hell yeah, man. My name's Billy. Nice to meet you.
Pleasure meeting you.
The hardest part is gonna be not calling myself Frank. God damn. Why's that guy running? He got tired. Yo, Mama Bloom, what's good? We're not Frank today. We're Billy. I'm ready. Who are you, in city, Mama? If we've met. We haven't met, you don't have to tell me, it's cool. But we must have if you know I'm Frank. Ashley, nice. What's going on? Is Max feeling better or is he still sick? He's still sick? That sucks. That sucks. I'm sorry. It's never fun being sick, and it's never fun like having to take care of a sick person either, you know? It's just like, oh. Or just like not being able to hang out with him. It's all bad. Everything about it. You get a break from him for a few days. Perfect. Are you brother and sisters outside the city too? Or other relationship? Where's the chief? I thought I was gonna start at 6. You are, but you just have that bond. That's cool. It's awesome to have friends like that. I met like some of my closest friends through gaming. Back in the old days, original Xbox on Xbox Live playing Halo 2. Met a bunch of people I still talk to and hang out with like once a year. So good. Yeah, I'm old. All right, well I'm getting antsy. So I'm just gonna start walking around. You know, I can't really sit still for long, so I'm just gonna take a stretch. Okay, can't go that way. Oh, is this behind glass? It must be. I want to climb it so bad. God damn, it's like being in prison in here. Can't go anywhere. Hey, pilot, how's it going? What's up? What's up? How have you been? How was your weekend? Oh God, I have to set up my phone, don't I? Ah, shit. Time to dish out justice by beating up innocents? Yeah. The only way to do it. Judge, jury, executioner. Alright, English. Billy the Club. Oops, that's not how you spell that. Billy. Password. Billy Club. Oh God. So many things. Security question. Favorite food? Elementary school? Ooh, elementary school. Elmwood. True facts right there. That's some deep, wily lore. The one I went to before I moved, and I had to go to a different one. Passwords don't match. What do you mean? I can't even spell my own name? You should respect my authority. It's one of my all-time favorite, like, South Park side characters. Oh, God. Dark mode. I'm tired also. But we're on the grind. Emily and I went to a concert on Friday night. That was in Providence, Rhode Island. So like an hour and a half, 2 hour drive for us. We get back at like 1:30 in the morning. And then Saturday we did like an early Thanksgiving with some people from my mom's side of the family. But then yesterday I should have streamed, but I just didn't feel like it. And I played a lot of GTA. And then I couldn't sleep, and I played GTA until like literally 2 in the morning. Mama Bloom was there. / Ashley. Yep. I hear a cop out here. I hear the little horns sounding up. Oh my god, people!
If you're speaking, I cannot hear you. Hey, sir, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing well. How are you?
Good. It seems like this gentleman's voice is a little clogged, so you know what, he's just clearing that.
Yeah, no worries. I could have sworn I heard him earlier. Sounded quiet, but I heard him for sure.
Oh, maybe my ears are just really turned down really low then.
I did not hear him when I walked over here, so I can say that. No, sir, your mouth's moving, but I can't hear you.
Hello?
There we
Oh,
go.
You're good
There
now.
we
There
go.
you go. How you doing, sir?
Good.
All right. So, all right. Well, it's just us three today. Today, so it's gonna be 2 days, as you know, just like I did for the other guys. It's gonna be 2 parts. Today's first session will probably be approximately 2 hours. It might run a little longer. Today's the boring day. I will not lie. Today is gonna be the boring day. We're gonna be going through all the SOPs. I'm gonna be getting you guys set up in the armory, stuff like that, uniforms, stuff like that. Tomorrow, however, will be the hands-on. It'll be the vehicle training, scenario training. We'll go in depth with the 10 codes. We'll teach you how to do some radio callouts, which will be tomorrow. Hopefully that works out for both of you. It'll be the same time tomorrow. If not, then like let's say you're not able to come tomorrow, it's okay. I'll take you separately. Me and you will do it, and then if you are able to, so on and so forth. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yes, sir. I'm available. I'll be there.
Yeah, I won't. I'll be
That's
busy
okay.
tomorrow.
Well, that's okay. We'll figure something out. It's not a problem. As well as you, for you though, we'll get you situated.
Sure.
So yeah, today I will be honest with you. It's gonna be pretty boring. I'll try to go as quickly as I can so you guys aren't that bored. But feel free to ask questions on anything when I am reading these SOPs and all that. Like any questions you may have, feel free to ask.
Question number 1.
Yeah.
What is the length requirement for shorts in the uniform?
Well, those shorts would not be allowed, but obviously you're not hired yet, so.
All right. No worries. I'll look at the papers when we get them. Thank you.
Yeah, on Fridays though we do have like casual days. Actually, it might even be switched to the weekends. I'll have to double check with Susan, but on Fridays we do have casual days, so you could wear like khaki shorts if you want.
Oh hell yeah, that sounds great.
Okay, let's get started. I did add you both to a prayer in the main emails. Inside that prayer is an invitation to the police emails. So I know you hopped in, sir, already. If
Yeah.
you could just hop in, and then we can go from there.
All set.
Okay, perfect. Give me 1 second to just set you up with something, and then we'll move on to the next step.
So my plan, I talked to Emily about this like 30 minutes ago. My plan is to ask mostly really stupid questions, but like every once in a while, you gotta throw in
All
a
right,
really
awesome.
good one.
Follow me, and I'll get you guys hired on.
After you.
Yeah.
Pants are so tight. Canadian Maverick, the guy you just met in MRPD is weird. Rude. Is that me? Rude. Where are we going?
Alrighty. So we'll go one at a time. Sir in the white hoodie, what is your name?
Billy Club.
Okay, there you are. You are hired. And sir with the one nice little.
Cal Connors.
Oh, there you are. I see you as well. Okay. You are both hired on now. Now we'll move to the next step, which is gonna be the uniform. So follow me down here. Actually, as we go, I'll give you guys a brief, like, little. Not. I was gonna say
Okay.
tutorial, like a brief tour. So that's me and Susan's office right there. Susan is the commissioner. She most likely will be here tomorrow helping me, but right now she's a little feeling under the weather, so she's not going to be here right now. But tomorrow she most likely will be here with me to help me with the second part for you, Mr. Club.
Sure. That sounds good.
Um,
Rest is
so
important.
that's our office, and then right here is the kitchen. You guys do have access to the doors now. It's your e-muscle to unlock. This is the kitchen. Inside that fridge, there's normally food. There currently is none. That's what I was checking earlier. And
Do the doors have automatic locks?
they do. Yes, they do.
Awesome.
I believe it's 15 seconds.
It just
after
reminds
you
me of
open it, and
Tarkov.
they do automatically lock.
The lab staircase.
And you come over here. Come over here. I believe it's in here.
Waypoint set. What is that? I have to change my shit.
So if you use your F1 muscle, or I'm not sure what it is for you guys, to go to the clothing menu, you can navigate to work outfits, and and just like he did, you want to select the cadet. There you go. Susan was nice enough to go to the store and pick out the outfits for everyone, so she has them set up already. So that would be the outfit for now, just while you're a cadet, and then you'll move on to the next one. On the force, you guys are allowed to wear gloves if you would like, and also glasses. You can wear a hat as long as it's a professional hat, nothing like goofy or anything like that. If you do choose, if not, it's okay. Just want to let you guys know.
Got it.
Also, while we're in here, this is a clothing room where you're able to purchase clothing with your F1 muscle as well. And then right here at this duffel bag, it is a personal locker as well for you guys,
Okay.
which is obtainable by your third eye muscle.
Sweet.
And then we'll move over here to the armory, and I'll get you guys set up.
I can't believe we're stuck with these shitty t-shirts. So scratchy.
So you want to come over here. You want to look really hard at this like weapon case here. And then inside there, I will go through and tell you guys what to grab.
Okay, I'm ready.
Same.
So obviously you're gonna want to grab a pistol, one of those. You're gonna want to grab one
I do not have a license for.
Same.
Oh,
I'm not
yeah,
allowed.
hold on, let me grant that for you really quick. 1 second.
Okay.
Oh my god, if we break down
Same as
doors.
old ways.
This is way more in depth. Crims have it easy. It's like, well, just go walk around, do some shit. That's what I've decided already. If I can get a rifle.
All right, so you guys should be good now. Just double check that.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Yep. So you want to grab a firearm, obviously one of those. If you do get injured and someone does take it off of you, then obviously you can grab another one. So one M9 pistol. I would recommend one taser as well. It's actually, it's a mandatory item, so definitely grab that.
Yeah.
One flashlight. The boxes of ammo, I think they hold 40 rounds per. So I'd recommend maybe you can go 5 or 6 boxes, and then you can go ahead and load up your pistol after we're done with everything. The handcuffs are 1 per use, so I would recommend taking like I would say 3 is a good number, just because if you have to cuff multiple suspects, or if you have to uncuff someone, it's nice to have those cuffs on you because it makes your life a lot easier.
Sure.
So just to quickly briefly go everything: one N9 pistol, one taser, one flashlight, 5 to 6 boxes of 9mm, and then 2 to 3 handcuffs. The storm ram, you do not need to carry one of those right now. Those are only for raids. There's no need to pull one out.
I want one so bad.
Bulletproof vest, I'd recommend anywhere from 3 to 5, depending on, it's all personal preference. Honestly, I like to like personally right now I have 4 on me. I recommend anywhere between 3 to 5 for the bulletproof vest. A tracker is mandatory. That is how you are able to be tracked on the map. All officers do have a little blip on the map. If an officer is taken hostage, or oh yes, not if they're injured, it stays on the map. If an officer is taken hostage, the criminals can take the tracker off of them. So, and then in the top right of your eyes, it will say, Jack Sanchez tracker has been removed, and then that's a way to notify you that someone might have been taken. If people's brains pop, then that'll also say that, so don't be scared. Just want to make you guys aware. So only one of those. One UV light as well. You're gonna want one fingerprint device, one of the cameras, obviously one radio. Bandages is personal preference as well. I like to carry anywhere from 25, like 15 to 25, because you're always gonna need those. You always might get hurt, you might take a little fall, whatever it might be. You're always gonna need bandages. So I recommend anywhere from 15 to 25. And then, of course, you need a panic button, which allows officers to know when you are injured or
Panic!
if you need backup,
Panic
anything
chat!
like that. Any questions on that? You guys need me to repeat anything? Are you guys okay?
Nope.
No, sir. Got it all.
Okay, cool. Take a couple of seconds to just load up your firearm. So what you're gonna want to do is pull the weapon in your hand, or the boxes of ammo. Sorry, unload the ammo, and then put the weapon in your hand and load a mag in. Just so you guys have that ready. Also, something to do, as I'm sure you noticed, Mr. Club, officers do get quick draw. So,
Ooh.
How do you load your gun again? Sorry.
no worries. You just go in your pockets and you pull the ammo to use. It'll unbox it, and then you're able to load it.
You cannot do.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So you can't be holding your gun at the same time.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. So a good little tip. I recommend unloading all the boxes you have on you, so you can keep the actual rounds in your pockets, so that when you have your firearm out in your hand and you're unloading on a suspect or maybe whatever you might be shooting at, you can just reload your weapon with no problems.
Unloading on the suspect. Shouldn't we be de-escalating?
Yeah, that's the first priority, of course, but there has been multiple. I can't even count on all of our hands combined how many times that we've had to get into shootouts with suspects.
Damn, the city's dangerous.
There's nothing like a little bit of lead persuasion.
Oh, they love their lead. I'll tell you that much.
Are there cartridges or anything for the tasers, or are they just you let them charge and you
There's
can use
not.
them again?
Yeah,
Okay.
they just recharge. So when you fire it, it has a little recharge bar, and then you're able to fire again.
Sweet. Thank you. All right, chat. What
Once
needs
you
to
guys
go
are
on
all
the
set, let me
bar?
know, and we'll move over to the little room so we can start going on these on this
All good.
paperwork.
I'm good.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, follow me.
Somebody's selling drugs. I'm pretty sure Goma Street is where Koi is. Those fuckers. I don't know that. Billy don't know shit. This is a nice room, guys.
All right, if you guys want to come over here and look at one of the seats with your eyes and flex your E muscle, you should be able to take a seat.
Oh, there we
There
go.
you go. All right. So, are you guys familiar with the MDT system at all?
Yes.
No.
Yep. So you want to flex your K muscle. It will pull out a tablet. We'll go through it. Don't worry.
Holy
Don't
fuck.
worry. we'll quickly go through this, and then we will start with the SOPs. So, this is the
Drugs.
MDT. This is absolutely crucial. It's gonna take some time to learn, so don't feel like stressed out or anything.
Oh.
This is crucial to our work. Like we use this almost 99% of the time. As you can see on the left side, there's a bunch of different like little brackets that you can click on. We'll start at the top, which is the dashboard, and we'll work our way down. As you can see,
This
we
is
have a
so bad for
dispatch
my
section.
ADHD.
We have a bulletin board where officers can post reminders. Maybe they can post. I've had officers post the unit counts for different scenes. I've had officers post the weapon class types, just so everyone knows. The bulletin board, we do use it often. I believe it has a like a basically it would like refresh after a while, so there's nothing there now, but there was things there. On the right side, you can see the dispatch. You can see all of the officers currently on duty, and then you can also see EMS as well. It'll say ambulance. Under that, you can see recent calls, which you can see there's two about 16 minutes ago and about 58 seconds ago. Someone is selling drugs. Um, as you can see also on the bottom left under dispatch, we do have warrants. As you can see, there is an active warrant right now for Mr. Tillman. We'll move on to the next section, which is profiles. This is where you're able to search up any citizen in the city to see their
Bias.
information come up. Just for reference, let's search up. Have you guys type in? Let's think of a random civilian that I interact with. Type in Landen and click enter on your muscles. You can see that there's a Landon Schlong will pop up. He does have his firearms license. He has an ID and he has his driver's license as well. He has no fingerprint in the system, and he's a manager at White Widow. You can see his employment. And
I
you
ain't
can also
never
see his
seen
phone
him signed
number.
in before.
If he did have a fingerprint, it would be pasted into the system right there.
Frank
You
puts
can also
time
see
in at
all the
White Widow.
vehicles he owns as well. So if someone tries to lie to you about a vehicle and they give you their name, you can see what vehicles they own. It's right there. By the way, I just want to check. Are you guys following along? Are you guys okay?
Yep.
Okay, good. Okay, so you can see his vehicles, all the vehicles he owns, as well as the license plates as well. So that's important. You can see the license plates, and then it'll have a little dash in the vehicle. If you go down to the little eyeballs that are below, it says incidents and convictions. If you click show convictions, you can see he was arrested. He's been arrested, I believe it's one time for possession of non-legal currency, reckless evading, and robbery. So that is a brief run through on how to search up someone. You can, like I said, you can search up anyone, and if they are lying to you, then obviously their name might not come up. They might give you a fake name. So don't assume that the person's name that they're telling you is that person. But I'm just telling you this is how you do search up people. Any questions on this section?
No, sir.
Nope.
Okay, we'll move on to the next one, which is the incidents. We're gonna go way more in depth on this tomorrow. I'm gonna have you guys write a mock-up report tomorrow when we do the scenarios. For now, though, I'll give you a brief understanding of it. It's basically every call we get, or rather every robbery or every criminal activity that we do get called in and we do respond to. When we do make an arrest, or even if we don't make an arrest, sometimes if we don't make the arrest, we still make the report just so we have it logged. When we do make an arrest on a suspect, this is every report that we've done. Like every suspect has their own report. So this is how you make a report. As you see in the center, it says manage incident, and at the top there's a little plus. You would click that, and then it would put out like a little template, and you'd fill it out. And then, like I said, we'll go in depth on that tomorrow. I don't want to go too in depth on that right now because that alone takes like 25 to 30 minutes. So we'll just skip that for now, and we'll take care of that tomorrow. We'll move over to the report section. This is like basically kind of like incidents, but this is like rather police reports. So let's say someone reports their car stolen to you. You can type in here on November 18th, 2024 at 6 p.m. I had a call of a female at Pillbox, told me their car was stolen from the parking lot, etc. So this is like the incidents is basically for like arrests, and then the reports would be like for police reports. Like
Yeah, for investigation and
yes,
like
yes,
Gotcha. That makes sense.
evidence gathering reports, all that
yes,
other
exactly,
stuff.
correct. The map, obviously, it's a map. I don't really recommend using this because obviously, as you guys know, there's a much bigger map that's accessible. You guys know how to access it. No really point to use that. Bolos, which is be on the lookout. It's like basically a good example is you just responded to a warehouse robbery. You took a photo of the license plate. You have a license plate. You took a photo of the suspect's outfit, and maybe let's say his friend slipped up and said his name. This is for you'd put the license plate, you put the vehicle description, and you'd be on the lookout for it. You'd put the name that was said, any information that goes along with that. You'd put that right here. There's a better explanation on that in the SOPs, which I'll read to you guys momentarily, but
Oh, sorry.
that's okay, no problem. We'll keep going now to the roster, which is updated live. You can see the current roster.
Oh,
Um,
we need dark mode. Does the
you can
roster have
see
dark mode?
it. It should. Maybe not on the MDT, but it should.
Definitely not on the MDT.
Then we'll move over to the SOPs, which you don't have to look at that right now because we're going to be going through that all in a couple minutes.
Fucking eyes. Ah, dark
we'll move over
mode.
to the DMV. This is where you search up license plates. Tomorrow I will also be showing you guys a tutorial on how to do this. And I know I'm saying tomorrow, Connors, but don't worry. I know you said you're familiar with it, so that's pretty good.
I am very familiar
Yeah,
with
that's
all of
good.
this.
That's good. That will speed up your process when it comes to doing
Ooh,
this
vehicle
this
points.
section of the training. But this is basically a club where you just search up like vehicle license plates. It would come back with the owner. It would show the vehicle strikes and stuff like that. The weapons section right under that is where you can paste weapon serial numbers.
Ooh.
So we can track down any weapons that are legal. Obviously, if it's an illegal firearm, it's not going to be in the system. But if it is legal and it is registered, it should come back to a person if that person does have a weapons license. The camera section, we don't really use that because we do have a different area where we do have live camera access. So don't worry about that. And also staff logs, we do not use that either. Just give me a second to take a drink of water and then we'll move on to the SOPs. If you guys want to navigate to that section, we're going to start going through that.
Staff logs. All right, SOPs, boys. I gotta turn the monitor brightness down.
All right. So SOPs.
It's worse for me than it is
You
for
don't
you.
gotta do like table of contents. That's just like a guide. We'll start at 1.1, which is patrol standards. Some of these are given, but I'm just gonna say it to say that we did it. We went over it. Officers must have the correct uniforms on at all times. Obviously, like I said, on Fridays, like I said, I gotta double check about the Saturdays and Sundays, but on Fridays, I know for sure we do have a casual day where you guys can wear like more casual wear as long as you have something like a police vest, maybe some police shirt on, just to let people know that you are an officer of the law. And also, actually, vests are mandatory as well. If you're gonna do casual day, it's fine. You wanna do like a white T-shirt, that is fine, but just make sure you do have a police vest on as well as a belt to hold all your equipment too. Officers must carry all required equipment during shifts. Officers must check to ensure their firearm is loaded and ready. Officers must call over the radio when they are entering a shift. Officers must call over the radio when responding to a call. Officers must turn on their tracker prior to leaving the police station. Officers will follow the chain of command. Officers will follow speed limits when not responding to an active call, which means you will obey by the speed limit when you're not responding to a call. Basically, that's what that means. Officers must maintain their vehicle,
What if I have
ensuring
my
it is
lights
ready
on?
for patrol. What that means is keep it up to date on repairs. Don't let the oil change run too far. Take care of your vehicle. That's all that means. When responding to calls, officers must always have lights and sirens on. Very important. Any questions on any of that? Just to double check with you guys.
No, sir.
Nope.
All right, we'll move over to 1.2, which is going to be service standards. Officers are to maintain professionalism at all times. Criminals will say some nasty things to you. I'm sure you know, Connor, since it seems like you have experience. Criminals will say anything they want to get in your head, or they might just be straight up angry. Don't take any of it seriously and try to ignore it as much as you can. That's why this rule is set because it's very easy to tilt as an officer. Like things might get in your head. I can tell you right now from experience, things have gotten in my head. So basically, all I can say about that is just don't take it to heart. They're going to say whatever they want. They don't care, and just maintain as professional as you can at all times. It's just remember at the end of the day, you're just doing your job. Officers must never harass, belittle, or intimidate a civilian. we have had times in the past where officers acted like as if they were some sort of a gangster, some sort of tough guy, and they would just completely boast about their power when the criminals in the cells and stuff like that, which is completely not acceptable. Depending
It's
on how
also a
severe
good
it
way
will
to get
be.
shot.
Exactly, it's a good way to get themselves harmed, and it's also a good way to get yourself in trouble with me and Susan, and most likely get a strike. And if it continues, you will be let go. I've let go so many people. I have zero tolerance for any of that behavior. Um, Officers must obey commands from superior officers, which means
That's
anyone who is a higher rank than you, if they give you an order, obviously follow it. Um, Obviously, if someone's being, like I said, power hungry, being a jerk, they're giving you kind of pointless commands. Obviously, take it up with a higher officer. Say, hey, this guy's not being good, like so on and so forth. You know what I'm trying to say. Obviously, if something like that's happening, we expect you guys to reach out so we can correct that if someone's doing something wrong. Um, Officers will not discriminate against any person for any reason. Kind of entails with the second bullet point. Officers must not be corrupt. Very important. Obviously, you can't be given ride-alongs. We don't do ride-alongs here. You can't be doing anything that has to do with any illegal activity while you're off duty. If you are to clock off duty, you have to put all your police-issued equipment in your personal locker. You're not to bring any of it out. Stuff like that all entails to being corrupt. You can't hand out armor. You can't hand out a firearm to your friend who doesn't have one. Stuff like that. You cannot do that. Um, Officers must give their badge number if it is asked, unless you feel your life might be in danger. So that's a good point. Sometimes people might think you did something wrong. They might genuinely want
This is
your
intense. A
badge
little
number
bit.
so they can make a report. Sometimes, though, criminals will try to track you down and they will try to get your badge number so they can get your name so they can kind of hunt you down. So if you do feel that your life is in danger, do not give that information up. Officers must not ask for promotions. Very important. A lot of guys always asking for promotions, always asking. Just know that when you ask, it kind of halts your progress. Like I've had a lot of guys do a great job, and a lot of females in the department. They've been doing a good job, and they just constantly nag any high command for when's my promotion? Have you talked to Jack? Have you talked to Susan? Am I getting a
Promote me.
promotion? When you do that, it completely halts your progress. We see everything. We look at reports. We know how you guys are doing, and they will come. Uh, Officers must never give civilians ride-alongs, as I just stated before. Any questions on any of that in 1.2? Anything at all?
As far as corruption goes, are we allowed to receive any type of gifts? Like if someone gives us food, do we just say
Of course,
no?
yeah, no, that's fine. That is fine. If someone gives you food, that's fine. I've had times where someone has said they were not like they hurt their leg. I've given a couple bandages. It's just like it's the more severe things. Do never give out your ballistic armor. Never give out your firearm. Never give a taser. Like any police issued items, never hand that away. Bandages, like that's obtainable through a store. So obviously, if someone says they're hurt, there's no problem helping them out. You are a first responder at the end of the day. So handing someone bandages so you can help them, that's not a problem. If someone's offering you a gift such as food, like you just asked, that is totally fine. Um, if someone needs a ride somewhere, not so much as a ride along, like hey, can I come on duty with you and respond to calls and see how it is? That's a no go. If someone needs a ride somewhere, that is also totally fine. If you are just driving around and you see someone walking, like hey, you need a ride to maybe PDM, you want to get a rental vehicle or so like a rental vehicle spot, whatever it may be, you can totally give someone a ride. That is not corrupt.
Sweet, thank you.
Yep. Okay, we'll move on right now to 1.3, which is the. Actually, I'm not going to read that. That's kind of like on you guys
As
to
long-
read that. If you guys want to take a second, just read over
As
that.
a law enforcement officer, my
That's just
fundamental
our
duty is to
code.
serve the community, safeguard lives and property, protect the innocent against
And
deception,
I'll
the
get
weak
back to you
against
guys
oppression
in
or
a minute.
intimidation, and the peaceful against violence or disorder, and to respect the constitutional rights of all to liberty, equality, and justice. I will keep my private life unsullied as an example to all and will behave in a manner that does not discredit me or my agency. I will maintain courageous, calm in the face of danger, scorn, and ridicule, develop self-restraint, and be constantly mindful of the welfare of others. Honest in thought and deed, both in my personal and official life, I will be exemplary in obeying the law and the regulations of my department. Whatever I see or hear of a confidential nature, or that is confided in me in my official capacity, will be kept ever secret unless revelation is necessary in the performance of my duty. I will act officiously or permit personal feelings, prejudices, political beliefs. I will never act, officiously or permit personal feelings, prejudices, political beliefs, aspirations, animosities, or friendships influence my decisions. With no compromise for crime and with relentless prosecution of criminals, I will enforce the law courteously and appropriately, without fear or favor, malice or ill will, never employing unnecessary force or violence, never accepting gratitude, or never accepting gratuities. Okay, so I can't take any money.
You guys all set with that?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Okay, cool. All right, we'll move on now.
Recognize
to
the badge as
2.1,
symbol of
which is
fate.
chain
Yeah,
of
okay.
command.
Be
You
an
both
upstanding
answered
citizen.
this
Got it.
question very well. It's kind of self-explanatory. Obviously, there's a chain of command. As you can see, it's kind of printed right there. I'm not going to read that. It's also I'm also a little bit on the slower side, so I don't really know how I'd go about reading this. It's kind of just there so you guys can see the ranking. Obviously, cadet, it goes from cadet upwards. So cadet, solo cadet, officer 1, officer 2, corporal, sergeant 1, sergeant 2, lieutenant, captain, deputy chief, assistant chief, chief, and commissioner. Kind of, like I said, self-explanatory.
Yeah. I just gotta
We'll move
get
on
up.
to
Make sure my head doesn't pop.
yeah. Oh yeah, you guys can get up, stretch your legs, do what you got to do, because your head will pop.
How do I close the MDT? Not the same muscle?
X muscle, I believe.
Think about escape.
Gotcha.
Oh, there.
Yeah, we gotta make sure we walk around so we don't get disconnected.
All right, cool. So we shall continue. Where were we? Oh yeah, 2.2 weapon structure. So as a
2.2.
cadet, obviously you have a pistol, a taser. Are you guys here? Are you guys following along?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. As a cadet, obviously you have a weapon, pistol and a taser, sorry. As a solo cadet, it remains the same. Officer 1, Officer 2, it remains the same. When you hit that corporal rank is when you do get your first upgrade in a weapon. You get it at MP5, you get the SMG. And then when you hit Sergeant 1, you do get the shotgun, as well as Sergeant 2 does get that as well. Lieutenant, you get the SCAR. Actually, it is not the SCAR anymore. We recently just gave all those back, and we've got carbines now. So it's a carbine rifle instead of a SCAR. And then once you've hit Captain and above, you get all weapons. So yeah, and they're only able to be pulled out by Susan and myself. So if you do hit that rank one day, we will have to give that to you. And we also do log those weapons somewhere, just in case you do lose them.
No
We know
kills.
they are tracked.
Christine.
Um,
Kristen? Is that
any
you,
questions
Lo?
on that?
Nope.
Yes. Hey, how's it going? Hope you're having a good day.
We'll move to 2.3, which is vehicle structure. When you're a cadet, you get no vehicle. You're doing ride-alongs, obviously, with higher ups.
Is it and it's Kristen?
Solo cadet, you get the Torrance. Officer,
Nice.
you get the Cruiser. Officer 2, you get the Baller. By the way, Cruiser is Crown Vic. Officer 2 is Baller.
I'm doing
Corporal
well.
is the Hellfire, which is the Charger.
No
Sergeant 1
complaints.
is the Bison, which is a truck. Sergeant 2 is
Except for
not,
the
you don't get
SOPs.
anything. And then Lieutenant, you get the VSTR, which is the Caddy. The Tailgater and the Shafter are for boosting, and the Bearcat is for raids and transports. All right. We'll move on to 3.1, which is uniforms.
Just skip all this.
Like I said,
It's
the
fine.
uniforms
Skip
are
it over.
provided by the state in the locker rooms. We've already been through that. I showed you guys. No need to go over that again. 3.2, which is your equipment. As I said before, everything I listed is there, so we won't waste time on that. The radio channel. We can get you guys set up on that quickly so you guys know. The police channels are 1 through 6. EMS is on 7 to 9. You should not be using the radio to have conversations unrelated to active calls. If you do have a friend on duty and you would like to speak to them, tell them to hop on a different channel so you guys can talk privately, or tell them to meet you in the garage or something like that. We'll go up how to set up the radio in a bit. I really just want to focus on these SOPs for now.
Yo, what's up,
We'll
CJ?
do that in a second. We'll move to 4.1 now, which is suspension and termination.
We're Officer
Suspension
Billy
is the act of
Club.
making someone go off duty as a punishment. Officers who are suspended cannot return until the suspension time is up. Termination is the act of firing someone entirely from the job for wrongdoing. If you are terminated from the LSPD, you must hand your items over to a member of the high command and change out your
SOPs take.
uniform before
I know they
exiting
take
the building.
forever.
That's kind of like a known fact. I feel like you guys already knew that. We'll move it to 4.2, which is the attendance policy.
Yeah, how many
This is
times
kind of
does
important, so keep
Brendan
going on
/ Jack
this.
have to do this?
Officers must clock in for at least 20 hours a month. We've had recently, we used to do 5 hours a week. We just changed it to 20 hours a month. We feel like that's a lot more easier to obtain. Shifts are reset at the first of every month. You can't put in LOAs, which is obviously leave of absence, but overusing this will result in termination.
Do it.
We have had officers abuse
Do it,
the LOA
Kristen.
system because they just didn't feel like waking up
I've
or
been
going on
streaming it
duty.
on and off the last
So
couple of weeks,
that
but
is why we had to put that little
the last
section in there. but
like week, not at all.
you can
But ever
obviously put
since
in
the
an
storm,
LOA
I've been
if you're
doing it.
just- If you need a breather,
It's been
so on
fun.
and so forth. If you're going on vacation, whatever it may be. 4.3. Also, feel free
I'm
to ask
excited
any
to do
questions
cop
when
stuff
someone's
because
trying
I
to
think
speak
it's
through
like the
this. If you
next
have any
thing the
questions,
city
just
really
talk over
needs.
me. It's completely okay.
The businesses are mostly set up, but I feel like a lot of
4.3
people
is the
just don't
off-duty procedure.
clock in because not a lot of other
Officers
stuff
going off-duty
happens.
must put all police-issued items
But with
and
more
equipment in their
PD
personal
on
locker,
duty,
just
more
like I
crims
stated
can come
before.
in.
Officers must
You'll be
also
good.
change out of their uniform before exiting the building.
Watch out for
And
low.
officers must never use their
No, I
patrol
met her
vehicle
last night.
while off duty.
We
Pretty
had a good time.
self-explanatory. I know I touched on that briefly before. The hiring process, we'll quickly go through this. This is what we're in the process of doing now. 5.1 is basic training. Officers must attend a series of training sessions with an FTO upon getting hired. Each session is broken up into sections to ensure all information is retained.
You've had people meta in the past,
Failure to attend
so
the training session can
yeah, I
result
get
in
that. I
suspension,
have
so please try to attend all sessions.
someone else that's been in the city I know
You guys have been
outside of
very
everything.
compliant.
Like
We've been
I know him
working
in real
around.
life,
Not so much
and
Chico, we just got
I
accepted
think he
today,
said he was
but
playing in the
others
morning,
have
and there was
been
maybe
working with
2
each
other
other, so
people
it's
in the
not
city,
really
and he
applied
was
to you
streaming, and
guys.
somebody was following him because of that.
5.2 is ride-alongs.
Some bitches.
Officers who advance from basic training will then have to undergo a series of ride-alongs with an FTO. At the time being, this has been edited to Officer 2 and above. It doesn't necessarily have to be an FTO. So anyone who's Officer 2 and above, you can ride along with. During this, you'll be judging your performance, skills, and knowledge. And then 5.3 is obviously evaluation. At the end of training, officers must be evaluated of their performance during the week. Those who scored well will be cleared for duty, meaning you will be pushed to solo cadet. Protocols. Any questions on that whole section before we go?
Not on the section, but do you have any food?
I actually do not. Hold on, let me hop on radio and tell this guy to bring us some if he doesn't mind.
We're starving. So hungry. Using so much brain. Looking at these SOPs.
306, are you in an active?
Oh, find the Twitch name and match it. That's cool.
Pretty common around here. When you're done with that, if you don't mind, I'm sorry if this is, I'm not trying to seem annoying. If you could please bring food, the store food or anything, I'll pay you back from the fund, from the PD fund. All right, thank you, appreciate it.
No, that makes sense though. And yeah, I feel like the
Let us continue. I got an officer bringing food.
I don't know everybody who's on the
Where
support
are
staff, but I feel like
we?
Callie and
We're on
Brendan
6.1,
have done a super good
use of
job since,
force. So
especially
this is
since the
also
big
very important.
tsunami.
I'm still gonna try to briefly go through this.
With warnings and removing people, and the whitelist process
So
obviously
if
helps
there's
too.
no immediate threat, so obviously if there's no threat, then you will not have any sort of weapon out, even a taser. If there's no threat, you'll be pursuing the suspect. And then, for reference, so you guys can understand, everything I'm referencing, act like we're in a foot pursuit. So act like we're chasing the suspect on foot. So if there's no threat, they're running, just running
Him
from
and
you. with
Kim
nothing
/
in
Maria.
hands. You would
Gotcha.
have nothing. You would match that.
They
If
helped me
they're
with one of my
complying as
tickets.
well, and they're still having nothing in their hand, you don't have to have anything in your hand as well. So let's say they're running with a knife out, right? Then you would match that with a taser. Just in case they try to lunge at you or anything like that, you can hit them with the taser. Same goes for any sort of close range weapon they might have, like a baseball bat, anything like that.
And yeah, I met Lo last night. Technically, we
met
met before the storm during Vampire
running
Night,
with a
but
weapon
I don't know
out,
if people even
being
remember
a
that. Technically,
handgun or
that was fun as hell.
maybe even a rifle or an SMG. Of course, you're gonna match that with a handgun as well. If at any point the suspect aims at you, what I've been trying to teach the officers and what I have been doing myself, if the suspect aims at you, I like to aim my firearm at them and tell them, don't do it, and to drop the gun. If they, most of the time, I'm not going to lie, they will aim at you and just start opening fire. So then obviously you have full jurisdiction to return fire. But I've been trying to have the more less lethal approach. I actually had a scenario last week where I de-escalated a situation, and suspect, I just was chasing him for a call. I got a call of him selling drugs. He crashed off his bike. He proceeded to try to point a gun at me when I already had mine in my hand because I saw his on his hand when he was in his bike. And we aimed at each other. He then put his away, and we just had a normal foot chase. So it doesn't always have to result in shooting at someone who is aiming at you. Hope that's clear. We hope you guys understand that.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
6.2 is going to be probable cause and reasonable suspicion. Sorry. Probable cause is when facts and circumstances are known by the police officer that the suspect has committed or is committing or is attempting to commit a crime. So you have physically seen them in the act. Probable cause requires more than a reasonable suspicion. Probable cause must be
Oh,
based on
that's
objective facts. It
that's
cannot be
why
based
Frank didn't
upon
get searched the
hunch.
other day. They didn't see me.
Then
They
we
were
have reasonable
4 feet around the
suspicion.
corner when I was selling drugs
Reasonable
outside
suspicion
Koi.
is based on specific facts or circumstances that justify stopping and sometimes searching a person
And I
that was
distracted
thought
Cookie
to
with
be
food.
involved in a crime or thought to be involved in a criminal activity at the time. An officer needs to have a clear, justified reasoning to suspect someone. Then the officer can stop the person, search the person or their car, so the suspect is fleeing a shots fired call with a weapon. A police officer stopping a person must be able to point a specific fact out or a circumstance for why they are searching said person. The level of suspicion does not need to be rise to that of a belief that is supported by probable cause. A reasonable suspicion is more than a hunch. Do you guys understand that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
6.3 hostage situations. De-escalation is key.
No worries,
It's
Kristen. Thank you.
crucial.
I appreciate
Our
you
goal as
stopping by,
cops
just
is
saying
to
hi.
ensure the hostage safety. When talking to the hostage takers, it is vital to stay calm.
Tonight's not
keep a
going to be
safe
fun,
distance
but
so
it's
they
all
do
right.
not try to harm the hostage.
We got to get through this so we can have
Once you
fun.
negotiate for the hostage's life and have them safely, pat down the hostage to ensure the suspects did not plant anything illegal on them. Officers must
And have fun in
hostage a
city.
ride
I
because
might
hostage
switch over
safety
depending
is
on
our
how long
main
this goes.
priority, like I stated before. Not catching and arresting the criminals.
So maybe I'll
If
see
there
you.
happens to be a hostage situation outside of the police department, these are handled a bit differently. There will be a negotiator getting demands sorted while other officers positioned around the station with guns drawn, and some officers parked close by with their patrol vehicle ready to pursue. Once the hostage is safe and the criminals flee their car, officers are to pursue the vehicle with an interceptor and other units, max 5 units. Pit timer does not exist, and our main goal is to safely capture the fleeing suspects. Units per scene. I'm not going to read through all these, but this is basically units per robbery. You can see all the robberies are listed, and then when it says units, that is cars. So if you and your friend want to hop in a car, you don't count as 2 units. You count as 1 because you are in the same car. So units are vehicle. You can see, obviously, like I said, every robbery, every boost, everything is listed here, and all the units that is max are listed as well. I'm not going to waste my time going through that. Obviously, 6.5 is the Miranda rights. That is on you guys to learn. That is like the one thing I will push you guys to learn. I'm sure, Connors, you
I
know it.
know it
So,
off the top of my head.
yep, I'm sure you do. But yep, that's so 6.5. That's obviously Miranda rights. You do have to know that because every time you arrest someone and they are conscious, you do have to read those to them. 6.6 is police reports. I went over those before, but I'll briefly read it. Officers must utilize the report section of the MDT
You hear
for
that, Woody?
civilian reports, like I said,
They got to
or crimes
Mirandarize
committed
you.
where the suspects got away. Include as much information as possible. So, like I said before, warrants and bolos. I'll quickly go through this as well. A warrant must be granted by a supervisor. Warrants must have a solid evidence against said person in order to be issued. Bolo. Any ranking officer can issue a bolo. Bolos are used for vehicles used in a crime or a positive ID on a suspect who escaped.
Hey, how's
like
it going?
I stated. Once a warrant or bolo are served, they must be removed. Any questions on anything from 6th section?
Is your name
Nope.
What, you
Atachani?
good?
Yes, sir. All set.
All right, sweet. We'll move over
I
to
don't know how to say your
7.1,
name.
which is course of action. All right, so 7.1.
But what's up
traffic
with
stop.
you? I'm good, chilling.
Officers must use lights and sirens to pull
Once we get
over
through the
vehicle.
SOPs, I'll be a happy
Park
guy.
your cruiser at a 45-degree angle behind pulled over car. Exit your vehicle and approach the traffic stop by identifying yourself. Get the driver's license and return back to your vehicle to run plates to make sure they own the vehicle they are driving. If everything comes back clean, you can decide whether or not you want to give them a citation for the initial reasoning of the traffic stop. If the car comes back stolen, arrest the person for grand theft auto. You can fine citizens by thinking about poll charge. 7.2. Scene Command. Scene Command is the first person to arrive on an active scene. They are responsible for negotiating with the suspects, relaying demands over the radio to other officers, and staying on scene after the suspects leave to tend to the hostage and give them a ride if needed. 7.3. Armed Robbery. Armed robberies are one of the highest priority calls. When arriving on scene, officers must secure the area by clearing alleyways, blocking off streets, and setting up for pursuit. If there are any bystanders, have them clear the area. There should always be one unit in a car ready to chase in case suspects suddenly
Guys, I
dart
really hated
off
going
in
to
a
school. This is
vehicle.
painful.
At this point, officers must wait for a scene command to negotiate. If you respond to a robbery and the suspects have no hostage, the highest command on
I
scene
learned by
will decide
doing.
how to proceed. If it is a dangerous
You know?
and suspects
We might break an
hostile,
SOP
it might
every
be
now and
best
again.
to allow them to get into their vehicle. If you can catch the suspects off guard, another option would be to breach.
I'm
and
a cop.
detain
I'm
the
becoming a
suspects.
cop.
7.4. House robbery.
I've been playing as a
Upon
crim
approaching
for the
house
last like month or so.
that had a robbery alarm go
In the
off.
city, but
Canvass the area. Take note of any
we're gonna mix it up
people or
a
vehicles
little
in the
bit.
area as well. Approach the door and see if the house is broken into. If it is, draw your firearm and breach the house. If there is a
Breach.
suspect inside, you must apprehend them. If the house is empty, look around for any fingerprints. Fingerprints are found on the front door, dressers, kitchen, living room, and bedroom. 7.5. Drug selling calls. Respond with lights, no sirens. In order to make any
Ooh.
arrest, you must see the person actually hand off and sell the drugs. Have your body cam rolling.
You
or use
know
the
me,
cam
but
booth
you
to take a
don't think I
photo
know
for
you.
evidence of the transaction. Once evidence is collected, you can roll in for
Do you
the
know
arrest.
Frank?
7.6. Foot pursuit. Officers must match force when chasing a suspect. If the suspect is fleeing with no weapons in hand, you must run after them. And
Yeah, I don't
find them.
recognize your name.
If a suspect is fleeing with a melee weapon, officers must have a taser or nightstick in hand.
So it's not the
If a
same as
suspect
in
is fleeing
city.
with a firearm in hand, officers must also have their
That's a good
firearm
thing.
in hand.
Less
If a suspect aims their firearm at you
less
or
meta.
anyone
No
else,
chance of meta.
officers do
It's
have
nice.
the right to open fire and incapacitate the suspect. This is
I
true,
maybe
but
know
like I
Frank.
said, try to de-escalate first. Not every time has to end in someone getting hurt. Tasers are only permitted when suspects is going for the second car swap or they are charging at you with fist or a melee
Second
weapon
swap.
with intent to harm you. Do not tase fleeing suspects. Officers must not tase suspect when attempting to get into the first vehicle swap of the chase. Taser is permitted on the second swap. If a suspect has been swimming for more than 10 minutes, two officers
Do I know
must safely
Zeno?
grab
Yeah,
the
I
suspect
do.
with their arms on each side and carry them to shore.
I love Zeno.
Officers must shout taser, taser, taser before tasing a suspect. Using excessive force will get you terminated from the LSPD.
Gave that guy a
Assault
shitload of money last night.
7.7. Vehicle pursuit. Vehicle pursuit. Sorry. So this is the order that we have vehicles. So primary. The main focus is to keep eyes on the vehicle. If primary has a passenger, the passenger will take radio communications. Secondary.
Oh, you
is
were
behind
there.
primary, and they are to take radio communications if primary does not have a passenger. Tertiary.
Are you the one that
Officers in
left to take
secondary
care of
will
your
make
actual
purposes to
child?
keep the
And
chase-
Zeno was making fun of you?
keep on the chase in case primary or secondary crashes. Parallel.
Yes. Excellent.
Drives parallel to the chase in case suspect shakes the other units or even takes an alley. Chances are the suspect will drive right into
Well,
the
I hope you
officer
and
running
the baby
parallel.
both got some sleep.
During 80s, it is very important to keep your position and only pass if you are faster than the car ahead of you.
Nope.
If you are fast and you do have to pass, make sure to call it out on radio and tell the unit in front of you. Vehicle pursuits are not a race. The main goal is to catch a suspect, so do not race each other. Make sure to keep good spacing so you don't crash into each other as well. Pits are allowed after 10 minutes at
Oh,
speeds lower
no,
than
wrong
7
person.
miles per hour.
Oh.
Never pit somewhere dangerous
Never mind.
such as a bridge or in front of a crowd of people. 7.8. Shots fired. Upon arriving At a shots fired call, officers must assess the situation because not all situations are the same. Active shots. If you respond to a shootout where the shots are currently still being shot or still being
I
fired,
do remember the boxing
police
match.
must park their vehicles nearby and take cover behind them. Wait for the shooting to stop.
Daniel
then go in
Jones?
and arrest anyone who is involved. Treat everyone as a suspect, gather evidence, and bring each person to interrogation to piece the story together. Non-active shots. If you respond to a shots fired call where all currently no suspect shooting, move in to see if anyone needs medical attention and collect evidence. Anyone
Alex?
involved should be treated as a suspect. Bring the injured people to MRPD to be interrogated after they get medical
Who
attention.
the fuck else was there? It was
Use
Poppy.
the evidence collected and stored from the suspects to determine who is guilty of innocent. The max number of units for a shots fired call is 10. 10 officers, sorry.
Oh yeah, brother. Thank you for the
7.9,
follow.
Boosting. There are designated vehicles for boosting, like I stated before. They are labeled and are able to be purchased at the police department vehicle store. Officers should only chase boosting vehicles in either shafter or tailgater. No Charger or Vic or Torrance, none of that. Which vehicle you use depends on strictly the class of the vehicle you are chasing. There are no demands at boost, meaning you can spike. However,
Ooh.
there is a 10-minute pit timer. Please refer to section 6.4 to see the units allowed.
We
for boost.
family.
So the
Did you get to talk to Woody
C/B class
about
is
your
shafter, and the A and
whatever
S
it was
class
you
is
had
the
before?
tailgater. Those are the vehicle
We
types.
flew in and we chilled outside Koi for a while, but shit happens. Like
8.0.
I'm not upset
Racing.
about it. Just seeing if
When
you did.
officers respond to an active race, it is crucial to keep a safe distance when pursuing.
We were just shooting the shit,
Spikes
and
are
then
never
I
permitted, and pitting should be
you know,
done
ate
very
dinner and stuff
carefully since
before
the
I
race
hopped on for this
cars are
part.
typically go
You
faster
did?
than
Nice.
70 miles per hour. The goal is to
Did you
bring
put
the
in the
race
business app?
safely.
You trying to get
Any questions on any of that? We're gonna
LSC?
move over to processing now.
No questions.
Okay.
Does our
We're
other
on the-
cadet need food? Is he like can pass out? Oh wait, did he? He may have. Maybe he had a headache.
We'll give it 2 minutes, and then if he doesn't come, we'll just continue.
You want bennies? That would be nice. I want to see. I don't like. I don't care who gets the different ones. It would be cool if you got one. I think one of my buddy Justin applied for it. Or is gonna do LSC also. But I want to see them take on like their own identities. Like I feel like both Benny's and LSC were both like it's all street racing, all street racing, all street racing. There's no like muscle car or like lowrider culture. You know what I mean? It would be, I don't know, because it all depends on who owns it and what they want to do with it. But I feel like every city I've ever seen, it's always like, what's the fastest car we can use for racing, and let's make shit look cool. But you can make like I've been thinking for a long time, or not a long time because I haven't been playing for a long time, but I want to get like a nice classic car with Frank, like a two-tone, you know, soft top something. Just for driving around in, you know. Do you have the Hellcat? Oh no, you said you wanted one. Well, thank you, sir.
There was two. One just had a little bit of a headache. He'll be back in a second.
He couldn't take the SOP, so he went out the window.
Yeah, I get that.
That, yes. I did know about, yeah, Pearls had a lowrider event. Gray? Yeah, what's going on, bro? Gray/Cookie?
He did say he was coming back in the email, so
Right.
we'll give him another minute or two. Oh, perfect.
Oh, and I'm back.
All right, cool.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
We will
Ooh,
continue
pineapple
then
juice.
at the. We're almost finished, so.
There you go. Yeah, I'll have to change again, but
Oh, that's right. That's coming up. That's right. You did the swimming one for the first one. Now I remember.
So we were on 8.1. We're almost done. We should be done in the next like 10 minutes or so. I'm gonna read through this pretty quickly. Everything else is pretty self-explanatory, but I do want to touch
oh,
on those.
sorry,
points.
didn't do that. Sorry.
Dang.
I'd like
You
to
just
file a
Trying
report.
to eat. I'm just hungry.
Superior officer. No,
I'm
I'm just
just
fine. I'm just kidding.
angry.
I'm just kidding with you.
Yeah, make sure you guys eat up. Don't want
I
you guys
use
passing out.
Snickers. I'm not you. Me with when I'm hungry.
I've always been a Milky Way guy.
Nice.
He doesn't have his uniform on. I'll arrest him right now. You say the word.
Yeah. Civilian. He's in here. Get him.
I don't know why,
Alright,
but
taser.
I guess my uniform just didn't.
Yeah, so you
Stick.
have to like customize it and kind of save it. So you have to like
Okay, that makes
yeah,
sense.
something like that. But you can do that in a second.
Hit him back. No,
Yeah.
no, it's fine.
Oh, good luck, Buck.
Good luck.
That
That was an
don't die,
excellent
catch 'em.
30-second break you got. You guys see that? Walked in,
That's
sat
all
down, gone.
All right, so let's continue. I want to finish this up here. We are on section 8.1, so we're almost done. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Pull into the arriving at MRPD. Pull into the garage and turn off your lights and sirens. Read the suspect their rights if you haven't already,
Roll.
and escort the suspect out of the car.
Got it.
Conduct a search on them and take off any illegal items and all weapons. That includes, like I said before, anything that can hurt you. Flashlight, baseball bat, it doesn't matter. Anything that can hurt you, take it off of them so you can't get hurt. Be sure to tell the suspect that you were searching them as well. 8.2 fingerprinting. Next, use your police fingerprint tablet to take the suspect's fingerprints. If they have gloves on, be sure to remove them. And then obviously you know how to think about takes off gloves so they can take them off. 8.3 mugshots. Next, place the suspect in front of the wall inside of the mugshot room. Remove all face coverings. Go behind the desk and third eye the keyboard. It will pull up a little menu and ask for details. You can put their name, hit submit, and the mugshot will go to the PD emails. 8.4.
Yeah, that
cell
sigh was
placement.
good.
Escort the suspect to the cells. Place the suspect in the cell. Walk out. Lock the door. Take off the handcuffs through the bars.
Wait,
and
your
tell them to
brother?
put their hands up against the bar so you can.
I thought your
uncuff
brother
them.
was already.
Never take off the
in here.
handcuffs while you were in the cell with them. That is a bad idea. 8.5. Getting the charges. Like I said, we'll go in more depth on this when I do the one-on-ones with you guys. But
I'm
open up
confused.
the MDT, go to incidents, and click on the plus button to create a new incident. On the right side, add the suspect's name under criminals involved. Right-click under the section that says warrant guilty process associated to add the charges. Ask the suspect if they pled guilty or not guilty to the charges. If the suspect pleads guilty and has been calm and cooperative, you can reduce the fine and sentence. Each criminal should have their own MDT report, which means you cannot stack reports. If there's the same robbery and there's like 3 guys, you have to do an individual report for each guy. 8.6 incident reports.
Hey,
Create a
Gregory.
new incident report by going to the incident tab, clicking the plus button next to manage incident.
It's good so
Next,
far.
add the
I mean,
suspect you are working with by
outside of
going
the
to
city,
right side of
I
the
used to work in human
plus
resources,
button
and now I
next to
like just
criminal
moved in
info.
IT, and it's very
Once
dry,
criminal is added, look back at the middle
like
of
policies and
MDT
stuff like
and there will
that.
be
So
a
this
template.
is
You must
oof.
fill out the entire
This is a
template,
little
leaving
slow,
nothing blank.
but you got to get through
If
it.
you lack
I get it.
information, put non-applicable. Be sure to include officers involved,
I'm not
civilians
cheating.
involved, etc. Evidence 8.7.
I'm becoming a police officer.
Evidence room. It is organized as so. If you arrest someone and take their stuff,
Yeah.
evidence goes into the
I'm excited to
locker
get through the
corresponding with
SOPs,
their
but I know they're
custody.
important too.
So, if you make an incident report and the number is 20,
These are the
the
rules.
item
Yeah,
is
these are the cop
23.
rules.
Each incident report gets its own number, and then obviously that would be the number of the items in the stash shelf that you put items. Any questions on any of that?
Nope.
No, sir.
Okay. Vehicle confiscation. So 9.1 impound. Vehicles used in a crime must be impounded by the police. Before impounding, be sure to search
Oh, I'll
the vehicle
follow 'em.
for any illegal items or items used in the crime. To impound a car, think about /IV. Fill out the information required and please follow the following protocols when impounding vehicles. So, if it has 0 strikes, impound but let the owner get it out immediately. 1 strike, hold it for 1 hour. 2 strikes, hold it for 4 hours.
Oh,
3
interesting.
Strikes, hold it for 8 hours. 4 strikes, hold it for 1 day.
I wonder if
5
my
strikes,
buddy
hold
was
it
able
for
to get
2
his out
days,
yet.
And then for the 6th strike and above, impound it for $10,000 and hold it for 5 days. 9.2 strike system. When impounding a vehicle, the vehicle must be given a point as well as impounded for the correct amount. System goes as follows: 1 point equals $500. You must manually do this in the DMV portion of the MDT. So, like I said earlier, in this
This reminds
MDT,
you when
there's
you
a
were
DMV
mod for a
section. When you
Minecraft
search
server.
up the vehicle,
Yeah.
there is a slider When you
That's half
slide
the.
it, it
I'm
gives
pretty
you a
excited
point.
I
So like
didn't
it
get a
says right
business.
here, 1 point is $500. So when you do impound that vehicle, let's say it has 3 points, that would be a $1,500 fine, and you would hold it for 8 hours, and it'd be a $1,500 fine. You guys understand that?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Weapons license test. So this is pretty cool right here. This is also important. You guys will need to know this. 10.1 background check. Officers must perform a background check on any civilian that requests a gun license test. If they have gone to jail in
No
the
worries,
last
Max.
week,
Good luck
they
with
are
your stuff.
not eligible to take the test. Citizens must have a clean record of 7 days straight to be eligible for testing. They must also have a proof of ID on them to take the test. 10.2 fee. Officers must explain the cost for taking a gun license test, which is $500, and then you would charge them by thinking about full charge. If they refuse to pay, then they cannot take the test. It's pretty simple.
I was not charged when I took my test.
10.3 is the questions.
Fire cookie.
I'm not going to read them, but as you can see, there is 5 questions, 4 being multiple choice and 1 being a true or false. The answers are highlighted in green. Obviously, read out the question and then list all answers for them, and then let them pick. They can only get 1 wrong. So if they get more than 1 wrong, they do fail.
Damn.
10.4, granting the license. Go to the person's profile in the MDT by searching their name.
Oh, we're almost there.
Next, go over to where it says licenses and right-click weapon. It should turn green, and then give it. Lastly, click save. It is important. If you do not click save, it will not work. Next is going to be speed limits. So this is just information to know. The speed limit in city is 60 miles per hour, and on the freeway it is 90 miles per hour.
Okay, all right.
Drug limits. If you arrest someone who is carrying more than 27 bags or bottles of cocaine, meth, oxy, crack, heroin, shrooms, weed, you are to charge them with intent to distribute. This also applies if they are carrying an ounce of any of these items above. So 27 bags and above of any of the narcotics listed, it's intent to distribute, and any ounce amount of any of the narcotics listed above is also intent to distribute. That is a lot when they break it down. The legal limit of weed is 14 joints. And then 11.3, lastly, is illegal items. There are an abundance of items that are used for crimes. Officers
Oh, no,
must
I know, Greg.
confiscate these items if they are used in a crime. Some of these items are
Half of
listed
it's just
below.
because I complain about everything.
Thermite, electronic kit, lockpicks, regular and advanced.
Don't worry about it.
Boosting
If I'm not
tablet,
complaining,
printing USB,
I'm having
red
less
USB,
fun.
golden laptop, gateway access.
I gotta
control,
like I think
yacht
talking
codes,
and stuff like
drills
that
and
helps
drill
me stay
bits,
engaged,
hacking
even though it
device,
doesn't make any
drug
sense.
scales, and any other items
I got that
not used.
ADHD.
Police items should always be taken off a suspect regardless of if it was used or not. So, what that means, if it was used or not. Obviously, you take police items always, there's no question. However, if you arrest someone for a, let's say,
Yeah, complaints aren't really the
let's
right word. I
say
usually
an
think I
ATM
think out
robbery,
loud.
they don't need a advanced lockpick. There's no need to take that. However, if you arrest someone for a house robbery or for a vehicle theft, they need a lockpick to break into both of those. So that is a reason to take the lockpicks off them. Do you guys understand that? Because
Yep.
like, if you arrest someone for a shootout and they have a boosting tablet on them, there's no reason to take it. You know what I mean?
Yep, that makes sense.
That's it on the SOPs. I just wanted to get through that because I know you guys don't want to stay here for too long. Do you guys have any questions on anything at all?
Nope.
I think my only question is about the strikes. Is that like based on the charges, or is it like one per incident?
So the strike, yes, correct, 1 per incident. So people would tend to use the same vehicle often, and each time you impound that vehicle, it gets strikes added. So when you arrest them for the first time, it gets 1. Oh wait, you're talking about strikes for like officer strikes, or you're talking about the vehicle
No,
strikes?
vehicles. Yes, sorry.
Yeah. So when you impound it, it gets 1, and then it just keeps going up and up and up. And then as you see, there's a chart there that is in the SOPs that lists each what's the word? Like what each strike kind of gets. So like I said, like 1 strike is like they can get it immediately, and then the second strike is like, I believe it was an hour. So you know what I mean? And it's like, it depends. So let's say you arrest Billy. I'm just saying a random name. Let's say you arrest Billy
That's fine.
today. and he's using a Sultan. You have 1 strike, and you offer it to him immediately, right? And then tomorrow you arrest him again, and you add another point on. That is his 2nd strike. It would be impounded for an hour now. You understand? Does that help you kind of understand?
Yep, exactly. Thank you.
Okay, cool. So that does conclude everything for today. I just wanted to get this done pretty quickly for today.
I just didn't know if I hit a guy with like reckless
Club, we
evading
will
and
go
4 other things, does
1-on-one
he get
tomorrow.
6
We will
strikes?
go
You know.
way more in depth. Actually, it'll be probably 2-on-1 because I think Susan might be able to be around, like I said, to help me out. We will go way more in depth on things and cover, like I said, we'll cover reports, we'll cover vehicle pursuits, we'll teach you how to pit vehicles, we'll teach you how to write a report,
Oh
we'll
baby.
teach you how to put things in the evidence locker, take mugshots, take fingerprints, all that kind of stuff. This is just like the brief, annoying day. But yeah, that concludes everything. So what I'm gonna have you guys do now, if you do want to stay awake, that is fine, but you cannot leave the MRPD building. If you want to go to sleep, that is also totally fine, because I would like you guys to clock off duty for now, because there's really nothing you can do as of right now. But tomorrow, once we finish with U Club, you'll be cleared for ride-alongs, hopefully, and then you'll be able to go on ride-alongs with any officer.
Sure. Sounds good.
All right, guys. If you guys want to stay on duty also and fix your outfits so they can be saved, then you can go ahead and do that. Like I said, you
Yeah.
can stay in the building if you want, kind of explore. But then after that, like I said, just don't go off the premises and don't issue any weapons license yet, not until you're a solo cadet.
Yeah, sounds good.
Got it. Understood.
All right, guys. Well, Connors, I'll see you. We'll be in touch so we can figure out when we can have our one-on-one. And I'll see you tomorrow, club.
Sounds good. I'll see you tomorrow.
Sounds
Have a good night,
good.
guys.
Bye.
Yeah.
All right, boys. We bust out Frank. Or do I take a night off? I played a shitload yesterday. Status. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'll review the SOPs on my own time.